What a beautiful day in springtime of Colorado. Yes, sir. Could not get more cheery and bright than this. So I think what I should be doing today is fulfilling Kickstarter orders. First up, it is box assembly. I bought, when I first started this company, a whole bunch of boxes in bulk. They come in these sets like this. Well, not like this. This is a tiny fraction of the actual set, which is usually about this thick. I think I got like 500 of them because Robin is nothing if not thinking long term for everything. So it's funny because I don't know if I would use this now just because of the size. I bought it specifically this big so that I could fit all sorts of things in it, and it would be kind of like a one-use box, an all-use box, because I like to long term, I like to think about, well, I'm going to have a variety of products, and I want all of them to fit in this box. But the cardboard is heavier than it could be, which means that the shipping expense is heavier than it could be. But I've got 500 of them in my basement, so I guess that's what I'm going to use. So yeah, first thing that I do to ship any Kickstarter order starts with assembling this box. And we'll add that to the stack. As you can see, I've set out a whole bunch of empty boxes ready to be filled. And what I'm going to put in them is, well, you'll see in a second. This is my storeroom, which is also known as my basement, which is full of books. Behind me, Volume 4, Volume 1. Over there, behind is shelves of Volume 2 and Volume 3. I kind of have my little station where I set aside. I'm just going to turn this over here. I set aside sets of boxes for kind of what I am currently pulling from. So if I need a book, rather than having to pull it off of the shelf, because those things are freaking heavy, I've taken them down and most of these contain 2 different books. So it might be like soft covers, Volume 1 and Volume 2, yada yada, just so I can fit them all in here. So I come down here to pull based on these. I've printed these out from Kickstarter. Anyone who's replied with from the survey that I sent out, you have to send a survey out for each reward level individually. And so anything that comes I print out so that I can pull from this stack of things to fulfill orders. But before I do that, I need to cut some bubble wrap. This is my bubble wrap roll. As previously established, I bought in bulk. I bought this 5 years ago. Obviously have not gotten through it, although it used to be probably another, out to here maybe? 6 inches? Probably take me another 5-10 years to get through it. I mean, unless we have a sudden spike in insane popularity, which, I mean, you never know. But chances being what they are, probably not. So this is my bubble wrap roll. What I have done is I have measured out roughly the size of bubble wrap that I would need for 4 books. And then I am going through and cutting out that same size. I know that this is larger than what I will need for most sets. This is sort of like the worst case, but it never hurts to have some extra around it. And again, I prefer to do things in the worst case, most large amount possible. So I'm gonna, this is gonna make some noise. There we go. Pull that out. Set down my most recent stack. And cut through. Right now I've printed out my first 20 orders, so what I am doing is gonna have to make another 20 more of those. So now what I'm gonna do is personalize the book. I have microns here, both of which are acid-free archival inks. That means that they won't long-term damage the insides of the book. As part of the surveys, I always ask if people would like to pick characters to put on the inside of their book. I also ask what name I could make the dedication to. This person has asked for, they're getting a set, they want Dream Eater, Kali, Una, and Paku in each of the books, and they don't want a dedication. So, I'm going to start out with Dream Eater. One of the things I like to do for backer books is to add color. I don't get to do this at shows all that much, just because there simply isn't time. But I want to make these special because you guys are special to me, and I want these books to be something that are unique and you know, just special. I like things being special for you. And finally, what I usually do once I finish up the drawing is I will put in two things. One thing's always the same, one thing's different. The first is this. I've put in Nama Vone, both in the Romanized version and in the way that it would be written in Pomeroy. And then if I was going to do a dedication, I would try and write the name of the person that I was doing the dedication in Pomeroy with that next to him. Since this person doesn't want a dedication, I'm just going to write from. And that's my name in Pomeroy and with my normal signature. So there you have it. That is the process that I go through for each book. This was just one of many. And I'm going to have to get cracking and get to the rest of them.